EJ, what was your bad from this past weekend?
Well, my bad is actually a team that I still can't figure out who they are week to week. Just when you buy into this team, they fall apart again.
Who the
And then
hell
you,
is
when you think they're bad, they play well. The fucking Buffalo Bills, man. Like, riddle me that, dude.
All season? Yeah.
They lose to the Jags 2 weeks ago in London.
Mhm.
They should have lost to the fucking
Whoa. Some of us tried to tell you, but you wouldn't listen. Back at the end of September in the Student of the Game AFC South preview. Actually, no. Even the week before that, thank you, sir. In the AFC East Student of the Game preview, I tried to say to the Bills car guy that they would lose in that game because the Jags were already there the previous week. Now, granted, I didn't know Josh Allen crime was going to happen again. I didn't know Darius Williams was going to take one back to the house, so he's among the leading DBs in interceptions. But
and your reward is a diabetic cookie. Thank you. All right. I love you too. Okay. I know, so sweet, right? Then you
actually, almost it's sugar free. It's not sweet at all. Moving on.
Right. I see you there. No. Then the very next week, you should have lost to the Giants. Let's be real. Referees get that game, but it is what it is. And then, okay, fine, okay, cool. And then the Pats. Really?
I mean, look. To be fair, yes, there should have been the call in the end zone. Now, the should have lost to the Giants means that you're trusting that the Giants could have actually scored sans penalty. I'm not saying they couldn't. I'm just saying it's not a guarantee.
Oh, no, that's guaranteed, of course.
We are talking about the Giants.
But okay, again, that game, you're a 14-point favorite. That game should have been close to begin with. Start
Correct.
there. In Orchard Park with their backup quarterback, for the record, okay?
Yeah, it should
Let's start there, okay? And then the Pats. And it took me jinxing the game, well, briefly, remember? Oh, the Pats are the Dolphins in a great spot here. The Bills are losing the Pats. And Jim opens his sorry-ass mouth saying, oh, you jinxed it now.
No, sir. Don't you dare put the thing on Jim for pointing out the obvious. You put Daddy put himself in the corner on that one, okay?
Also, it was adorable that you thought that the Dolphins were actually going to beat the Eagles too. But that
was for you, Matt.
Wishful thinking.
That's a whole nother. But
seriously, but the Bills. It's funny because we talk about this all the time, and especially telling Kyle and I talk about this on the show. Like the Bills have the highest ceiling in the league. Like when they're on par, when they're playing their best football, they are arguably the best team in football. But their floor is so fucking bad.
In fairness, too, the Bills have had some significant defensive injuries, and you can thank the Jags for that, playing just incredibly hard-nosed football with them.
Right.
That is what it is, man. I don't know what to add to that. They still have one of the best defensive tackle cores in the league, if not the best, certainly one of the most underrated, because you ain't hearing jack about Ed Oliver and company.
Yeah. I mean, here's the deal, man. Like, I don't mean to do the tried to tell you, but you wouldn't listen game.
Yes, you do.
But this is what I've been saying about the Bills for multiple seasons.
Correct.
Like, not this year, not last year. I think I even go back to the midway point of the season prior that this team has trouble putting things away late. Like, they play down to their opponent at times. Like, yeah, on paper, this team is really freaking good. And like, they didn't really do a whole lot to change up their roster. I don't know that they needed to do a whole lot to change their roster. I mean, yes.
Are you blaming coaching then, Jim?
Yeah, but I mean, like, not everybody's going to be the fucking Eagles that go out and like get some of the best players time and fucking time again. But
Roseman for the win, bitches.
But like, but the Bills should absolutely be one of the top teams year in, year out for the last couple seasons, but they can't do it. They can't get over that hump. Call it coaching, call it guys just not, I don't know exactly what all it is.
Diggs was the big deal that Kyle said he was 2 or 3 years ago when the trade was made.
Yeah, it's been that story for the Bills.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like it's a bit surprising that you got beat pretty soundly by a bad New England team. But a loss to the Jags, I'm not going to call that a bad loss. Close game to the Giants. I mean, I certainly don't
look.
certainly don't look good when you're looking in the scope of it. Although
I'll put it this way: if there were a power ranking, no one has them being ranked 6 after that game is done. More on that later.